This is a prime time to buy cards to flip for profit later this year. Today, I'm going to show you what I'm buying now to flip and how I am using eBay's vault to speed up that process. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to what I will hopefully look back on as a very profitable episode. Because today I am going to be scouring eBay to buy baseball cards that I will flip as players heat up this season, and football cards that I will flip before next season starts. Now, I'm not going to be looking for basketball or hockey cards today, but there should be some good flip opportunities with those sports as well once the playoffs get underway. All of the cards I'm going to buy today, I'm going to ship to my eBay vault. I'm going to do this because having cards in the eBay vault will make it super quick and easy for me to resell those cards later this year, hopefully for a profit. I can instantly list cards from my eBay vault for sale on eBay in just a few clicks. And I'll save quite a bit of time and money by doing this because eBay is currently offering no sales tax, no storage fees, and no selling fees when I resell the cards. So if you're going to try to flip cards for a profit like I am during this episode, those savings can make a huge difference. eBay is a sponsor of this show, and I've been excited about their vault ever since they introduced it to me last year. So let's go ahead and get started and find the cards that I am going to buy and send to the eBay vault. So here I am on eBay.com. Now you can search obviously for any trading card in the search bar here on eBay. If you're going to be looking for a card for the eBay vault, what you're looking for is graded cards from one of the major grading companies that are $250 or greater in value. Those are the cards that are eligible to be sent to the eBay vault. So I've went ahead and queued up a few searches here in advance. What I'm looking to do here is capitalize on what I believe will be a lot of hype regarding young quarterbacks, and certain young quarterbacks specifically, as we enter next NFL season. And the guy to me who I think is going to be the most hyped young quarterback, up and coming quarterback, not one of the guys who's fully proven yet, but a guy who ended this past season on an incredibly high note. And I think there will be a lot of excitement about him coming back in his third season and potentially lighting it up for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a guy that there will be a ton of hype around entering this NFL season. So I want to see if I can pick up a really nice Trevor Lawrence card to put into my eBay vault and then flip that card as next football season nears. So I have done a search here on eBay for a 2021 Prism Trevor Lawrence Silver Prism Auto. So this is just the basic Silver Prism variation of his auto. These are not numbered cards, but they're still extremely difficult cards to pull. The Silver Prisms in football are a lot more difficult than basketball. These Silver Prism autos are hard to come by. You can see the card here. Here's different copies of it. That's an image variation copy of it there. But this is what the card looks like. I'd really like to get one of these cards for my eBay vault so I can flip that. Now these cards, most recently the PSA 10 version of this card, the PSA 9 version of this card, if we're gonna look, let's say PSA 10s are quite expensive. You're gonna pay many thousands, multiple thousands of dollars for a PSA 10. A PSA 9 version of this card, most recent sales were $1,100, $1,100, $1,076, $750, and $900. Those were the most recent sales, with the last three being $1,100, $1,100, and $1,076. Again, you can get that information from the eBay price guide, or you can get that information from the Sports Card Investor app or sportscardinvestor.com. Knowing that the last few sales were $1,100 or a little bit above $1,100 in a PSA 9, look at this one. What is that one doing? What is going on with this one right here? Let's click into here and take a look. There it is. It's the Trevor Lawrence PSA 9 autograph. It's the silver. And the silvers don't say silver on the label. That's expected for the autograph versions of the cards because the autographs are by default silvers. Look at that. PSA 9, Trevor Lawrence autograph. It's the Prism Silver. It looks to be in really nice shape. The slab's a little bit scratched. You can see some scratching on the slab, but that's not a problem. You can either get the card reholdered, or there's some different materials you can buy that help take the scratches off of slabs. So that's not a problem. And guys, this card's listed for $899. The last 3 sales of this card, once again, were $1,100, $1,100, and $1,076. I think $899 is very fair. I'm very happy with the price for that card. I think that card is going to be worth more than $899 when the season starts. And here's the cool thing. With the eBay vault, I can buy this card right now. I can send it to my vault. I'm not going to pay sales tax by sending it to my vault. I'm not going to pay any storage fees while it sits in my vault until the start of football season. And then when I go to sell it, I'm not going to pay any selling fees. So even if this card simply goes from $899 to $950 by the time the season starts, that's still a $50 profit because I'm not paying any of those fees on this card. So to me, this looks like one that I need to pick up right now. So I'm going to go to click that Buy It Now button, and it is saying, yes, do I wish to send to the vault? I do wish to send to the vault. So let me click that button right there, Send to the Vault. And we will go ahead and begin the checkout process. Here we go. You can see I'm getting ready to confirm and pay. It's not going to charge me any sales tax because of the fact that I am sending it to the vault. I'm not going to have to pay any sales tax at all on this card. So let me go ahead and confirm and pay. And there you go. My order is in. I got that card for $899. I feel like it is a good deal right off the bat. It is a couple $100 less than it has sold for the last 3 times it sold. And those were all well after the football season ended. So I'm very happy with the price of that card. And that is a card that probably as soon as it gets to my eBay vault, I'm going to go ahead and list it as a, buy it now at a little bit of an elevated price. I may not even have to wait to next football season to flip that card. I may be able to flip that card in the upcoming few weeks for a profit. I'm excited about that. I did a search for the 2017 Ronald Acuna Bowman Chrome Auto card. That is his first Bowman Prospects card with the nice autograph on it. That's a very sought after card of any baseball prospect. So that's where I wanted to start. I wanted to get one of these Acuna Bowman Chrome Auto cards. And these are the nice autograph version of the card. You can see those here as we go down. There's a lot of listings of this card. Now this one, as we scroll here, this one in particular caught my eye. This is a BGS 9.5 graded version of the card. Let's click in here to look in detail at this listing. Not the clearest photo, but I can tell that it's got pretty good subgrades overall. Centering of 10, edges of 9, corners of 9.5, and surface 9.5. It looks like a pretty nice card overall. Sometimes, honestly, if you find cards that don't have a great photo, but you're sure that it's the card you're going after and it's graded so you know that it's in really nice condition, sometimes those can actually make really nice opportunities to flip, because when that card is sent to the eBay vault, eBay is going to take very high professional, high quality images of that card. And then when you go to relist it, having really, really nice images makes it easier to sell your card on eBay. So sometimes there's opportunities finding listings like this, which aren't the most crisply put together listing. So this card right now, they're asking $1,359 for it. Now I know that this card has most recently sold. The last 5 sales of this card are anywhere between $1,200 and $1,380. So $1,359 is not too high of a price for this card. It's maybe a little bit in the upper end of the range of what it sold for recently, which again was $1,200 to $1,380. But it at least is within that range. So it's not an unreasonably priced card. Now, how do I know what this card has sold for recently? How did I know that information? There's a couple different ways. First of all, if you're browsing on eBay's website, whenever you do a search, you see this little advertisement at the top of the search, track the value of your trending cards. And if you click into that, that brings up a sales history of that card on eBay, so you can get the pricing information that way. Also, here at Sports Card Investor, I of course use the price guide on our sportscardinvestor.com website. I also use our Sports Card Investor app. Both are free and both allow you to see the price history of cards like this as well. So I've used all of that information to understand what this card has sold for recently. Again, it's in that $1,200 to $1,380 range. This one right here is listed at $1,359. Now you can see here as I'm looking at the listing, right here it says send to the vault. So it is giving me the option of sending this card to my vault, allowing me to save on sales tax and selling fees by keeping it in the eBay vault. And by the way, I have already registered for my own eBay vault. It is free to set up your own eBay vault account. You just need to go to ebay.com/vault to set up your free eBay vault account. I've already done that, but you can do that anytime and then start shipping cards to your vault as well. This card is vault eligible, so it is one that I am interested in today. So let me go ahead and make an offer on this card. I'm gonna go ahead and offer $1,250. That is a little more than a couple of the recent sales and a little less than a couple of the other recent sales. So that puts me right within where the recent sales are. I think it's a very fair offer. We'll see how they respond to it. I'm gonna go ahead and submit that offer through. Let me send that on in. Offer has been sent. So if they accept the offer during the checkout process, I'm then going to instruct eBay to send that card to my eBay vault. Hopefully that is an offer that gets accepted. Now, one of the reasons why I was interested in Ronald Acuna Jr. is because he didn't have the best season last year. He, of course, was coming off an ACL injury in 2021. He returned last year, but didn't put up the best numbers. It was actually statistically the worst season of his career. But he was great in 2019 before the pandemic. He was great in the first half of 2021 before his ACL injury. He's still one of the most exciting young players in baseball. He was close to getting 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases back in 2019. And this year it's going to be even a little bit easier for base runners to steal bases. So I'm hoping that Acuna challenges for that 40-40 club again this season. So I have high hopes for him. Another guy who I have high hopes for this season is Wander Franco, the Rays shortstop, of course, a big name. You guys know he was a highly touted rookie in 2021, where he started that season slow when he was called up in 2021, but then he ended strong. Last year, there were incredibly high expectations on him, but he suffered through a quad injury, he suffered through a wrist injury, but he ended the season really, really well. He had a good September right at the end of the year when he was back healthy again. So I am hoping that Wander Franco comes out this season and really starts things with a bang. I'm gonna take the chance on buying one of his cards. What I'm searching for here on eBay is Wander Franco's 2019 Bowman Chrome auto card. I'm looking for this in PSA 10. So once again, this would be his first Bowman card. I'm looking for a PSA 10 version of this card. So you can see as we scroll through different listings here, this is the particular one that I'm looking for. So these ones, let's see here. This one right now is being auctioned. This one's also being auctioned. So this auction's up at about $1,000 with 4 days left as of the recording of this video. That's the refractor version of the card, so that one's quite a bit more expensive. So these three ones here are interesting to me. These are all buy it now or best offers, and these are all listed right around the same price, which is right around just shy of $1,500. Now this one is a Gem Mint 10 with an auto grade of 10, whereas these two are just regular Gem Mint 10s. They did not get the auto graded. So of the three, this is going to be the most valuable of the cards because it got the auto grade of a 10 as well. So let me go ahead and call up this card and take a look at this. All right, so here I'm looking at it zoomed in. So this is the Prospect Auto Chrome card, Gem Mint 10, auto grade 10. Let's take a look at this one closely here. Go look at the back of it as well. Yep, everything about the card looks pretty nice here. You can tell that it is a nice Gem Mint version of the card for sure. Zoom in here again on the front. Yeah, it looks really crisp. The signature is really nice. I like this. So this card most recently sold for between $1,159 and $1,699. So there's been quite a spread on this card over the last 5 sales. Around $1,400, around $1,300, around $1,300, and then again you had the one down around $1,150 and the one up at around $1,700. So it's been bouncing around a lot. I'm going to make this seller an offer that's kind of in between, kind of an average of what the last 5 sales have gone for. Now, of course, you can always offer less, right? I'm making some offers here that I think are pretty aggressive offers because I want to get these cards before baseball season starts, but a lot of times you want to offer a little bit below recent sales price and get a little bit of negotiation going with the seller. In this case, I'm going to put in an offer for $1,300. That would be right in the middle of the average of what this card has sold for recently. Once again, I think it's a pretty fair offer. The fact that this card is both a PSA 10 and an auto 10 enhances the value a little bit. So if I can get this right in the middle of what this card has sold for recently, but I get that extra auto 10 grade, which a lot of those sales did not have, that's a nice little plus. That's going to enhance the value. So let me put in an offer at $1,300. And there we go. The offer is sent. So I haven't secured either of these cards yet, but hopefully I'll hear back on these offers in the next 24 hours and secure them. A couple of other baseball players that I'm looking at this season, guys, not ones that I am going to pick up on eBay right now, but Jonathan India is another guy who I feel meets this mold. He, of course, is a second baseman for the Reds. He won Rookie of the Year in 2021 by a landslide, but then he had a down year last year. I think he comes back this year and does really well. Also a Florida Gator, by the way, Jonathan India. I might even take a chance on a guy like Cody Bellinger. He obviously was an MVP not that long ago, was one of the incredibly bright young stars in baseball, but then his hitting kind of fell apart with the Dodgers, and it just stopped working for him. He's now with the Cubs. He moved this offseason to the Cubs. Hopefully things work out for him. With the Cubs, he gets a little bit of a fresh start. If he gets anywhere close to MVP form again, his cards should go up a lot. How about Luis Robert? He's another guy. If he can stay injury-free, that's a big if. He hasn't been able to do that. But if he can stay injury-free, then Luis Robert could be a guy who could have high upside potential this season as well. Who are you guys going after this season for baseball? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, I hope you check out the eBay Vault. I want to thank eBay for sponsoring this program. Hopefully you guys enjoyed following along and seeing the different cards that I bought or made offers on and the benefits of the eBay Vault. Once again, the eBay Vault offers no storage fees, no sales tax, and no resale fees, no seller fees as a promotion right now, limited time promotion, but it's going on for quite a while. So take advantage of that. Go to ebay.com/vault to get registered for your own vault. There you go, guys. Appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be able to report back in the months ahead and let you know what profit I made on those cards. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and we'll see you soon with our next one. Thank you.